Welcome to A Magical Life, Health, Wealth and Weight Loss. I'm your host, Magic Barclay, lead practitioner at Holistic Natural Health Australia and #1 best-selling author. In this podcast, I aim to give you practical tips on how to accelerate and sustain your health, increase your financial, spiritual and emotional wealth, and to look at something that haunts many of us needlessly, weight loss. Now, sit back and enjoy, because it is time for you to create and truly discover a magical life. Welcome back to A Magical Life. I'm your host, Magic Barclay, and today we're following on from our last chat, which was about organisation. Today we're talking about accountability. I just want to pose one question to you, dear listeners, and that is, who's responsible for you? Now, it seems like an obvious answer. We're all going to say that we're responsible for ourselves. But how many times do we give away that accountability, that responsibility to other people? I have many clients who have come to me after being, passed to and fro or seeking different people in the medical industry. And one thing they all have in common is that they didn't take accountability for their own health. And in fact, many people come to me and to my people at Holistic Natural Health Australia and say, help us heal. But in the way that they're saying it, they're handing their own accountability over to us. So something we do in our programs is, certainly when I'm talking to someone, the first thing I say to them is, I am teaching you about your body. I am teaching you about your health. You're the one that's responsible to carry out whatever it is that we discuss. You're the one that's responsible to follow it up. You're the one that's responsible to book your appointments with me. I won't chase you for an appointment. And the reason I lay these ground rules is because these clients need to take accountability. Now, I also let them know that at the end of our programs, hopefully I've taught them enough that they can continue on, and I'm always here as a support, as do my team. But we're not the ones living in your body. We're not the ones experiencing things day to day. We're not the ones having emotional reactions to things that happen in our lives. You are. It's your body. Now, this is kind of what drives me mad about the medical industry sometimes. When I say drives me mad, it's a bugbear. You have to beg for your test results, beg for copies to be printed out in many cases. Not in all, but in many. That's your blood that was tested. That's your whatever it was that was tested. They're your hormones. Why don't you automatically get given results without having to ask for them? Slightly off topic, but also slightly not, because you are accountable to your body. It is up to you to make sure you have these results on hand. It is up to you to make sure that if you're doctor shopping, that the next doctor has a complete list of what it is that you're taking and what you're taking it for, so that there's no adverse interactions of medications or supplements or whatever it is. Same if you go to a naturopath and then you go to a holistic practitioner, you need to have a list, because you need to take accountability. At the end of the day, these people, me, my team, we do not live in your body. You do. Now, I've taught my kids this from a young age, that they need to be accountable for themselves. My boys now live in a different house on our property. It is up to them to bring their washing over to get done at my house. I'm not bringing it over. They are. It's their washing. Will it bother me if it doesn't get washed? No. But it's up to them. So we need to teach our kids from a young age to be accountable for themselves. They need to take personal accountability of their belongings. This means their room needs to be tidied. If they stand on a doll or a Lego or whatever and break it because it was on the floor, take accountability. Say something to them like, well, that's terribly sad, that's broken, and now it needs to go in the bin. But was it in a place that you didn't stand on it? Was it away where it's supposed to be after you finish playing with it? Take personal accountability with books. A toddler rips out a page out of their book. Oh, now the story's gone. You didn't look after it. They need to learn this, and they need to learn it from a young age. And we need to make sure that we follow through with it throughout our lives. And this is really important. You want to be on a diet for your health, a whole foods diet, you need to take personal accountability. You need to make sure that the shopping is done so that the whole foods are there for you. You didn't have a random cheat day because you hadn't stocked up on the foods. Make sure you do it. And many people don't take accountability these days for their own actions, for their own words, for their own thoughts even. People rely on government to tell them what to do, what to say, what to think, on the TV, what to do, what to say, what to think, on influencers, what to buy, what to wear, where to go. Where's your personal accountability? It's really up to us to put ourselves first, not to be egotistical or egocentric or, the world revolves around me. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is if you don't look after yourself, no one else is going to do it for you. And this is really, really, really important. I don't know how many reallys I can actually put in there, but it is extremely important. And it's something that many of us sadly are lacking until it's nearly too late. My boys play LARP, live action role play. And in their war band, which is the group that they run around with, the standing rule number one is take personal accountability. Now, this means that your weapons, your armor, your soft kit, whatever it is that you're using, must be in good condition. And guess what? If it's not, it's on you. It's not on anyone else. It's on you. And if that means you cannot fight that night at the game because your gear isn't up to snuff, that is on you. So an example of personal accountability. When we're at work, sometimes tasks need to be done in the office. Instead of just keeping a mental list of all the things that you have to do, write yourself a list, or even better if you're using a CRM or a diary system or anything like that, set yourself a reminder or a task to do it. Take personal accountability. It is not up to anyone else in the office to remind you what you need to get done. It is completely on you. If it means that you have to do work on a property or yard work at your own home, make sure that you schedule that. We spoke about organisation last month. This flows on with accountability. If it doesn't get done, take accountability. Make sure that you are organised to do this. Make your life easier so that this can happen. There's many, many things in our life that we need to take accountability for, and this also includes our behaviour. If you're wrong, take accountability and admit it. Encourage others around you to do the same. Take accountability for their words, their actions, and the effect that has on other people. So that's how accountability works. Now, how do we make this easier on ourselves? Like I said, write lists, set yourself tasks, put things in your diary. Take accountability if it doesn't get done. Doesn't mean beat yourself up that it doesn't get done. It just means acknowledge what happened, what might have gotten in the way, reschedule, and make sure it gets done. Now, I hope today's little chat has helped in some way to help you take accountability. And it really is important that we take personal accountability because it is key to our health and to our lifestyle success. If you want something, you have to work for it. If you want to succeed, you have to put the effort in. If you want to enjoy things, you have to set yourself up for the enjoyment. That was our accountability podcast episode. As always, please, we welcome your comments on Facebook at A Magical Life Podcast, or message the whole team at Holistic Natural Health Australia. We're on Instagram at Holistic Natural Health. Jump onto our website. Take accountability for your health. Book your root cause analysis call now. It is complimentary and it is worldwide. For now, please do like, subscribe, review, and share this episode, and take accountability for doing so. Go forth and create your magical life. Thanks for listening today. Please subscribe to hear future episodes, leave a review, and share this podcast. Drop us a line at A Magical Life Podcast on Facebook and let me know what you would like to know more about. You can find us on Instagram at Holistic Natural Health, that's holistic with a W, or at www.holisticnaturalhealth.com.au. That's where you'll access all sorts of articles, freebies, and more.